Hey everyone, welcome and thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be looking at ways to get rid of glare on artwork when you're doing interior photos. Now we're going to start out with two photos and we're going to essentially overlay part of one of the photos so that it reduces the glare using a mask. Now if you're familiar with masking, this will be nothing new to you and you'll probably know every single step of what we're doing. If you're not familiar with masking, hopefully you'll learn a couple of things, and I hope this is helpful for your next shoot. So we're going to start out with two photos. One is of the room itself. This is the main photo, and the real issue here is this glare on the artwork. Now, the glare is coming from a bright area in the room behind the camera, and in this scenario, it wasn't really avoidable. I didn't have anything with me to be able to block out that big of a section. So I did this photo of the room and then a second photo where I underexposed to reduce some of those bright spots from the glare. And then I shined a flash to light up this whole corner of the space without the glare reflection on it. What I'm going to do is essentially overlay this part, the artwork itself, onto the other photo. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select this whole image and copy it and paste it in the other file. What this does is it will add it as a layer right here. So now I can go ahead and close the other file out. I now have both photos together as layers. So if we turn that off, we'll see this is the original, and then this is the one with the non-glare artwork. Now to do a mask, we're going to hit Option and then the mask button. What this does is it'll create a mask that essentially covers everything, and then we're going to uncover the parts that we want to uncover. So when we have this mask put on here, we're going to then go to the brush command. You can also press B for brush. You'll see this circle pop up. That's the size of your brush. And we're going to want this down here to be in white. The reason is if we have it in black, it's not going to do anything because our mask is already black. So we want the white brush so that it takes away the black. It essentially reveals the image that's underneath it. So we're going to put it to white. You can also press X to switch between black and white. And then we're going to take this brush, and up here the opacity set to 41. I'd like to keep it for something like this somewhere between about 25 and 50. You can kind of find what works best for you, and then just start brushing this part on. Now to make it a little bit quicker and cleaner, what you can do before you do the brush is you can hit L, go to the lasso, it's also up here on the top left, and you can select the border of the art piece there. And the nice thing is because that part of the room is lit up with the flash, you don't have to be super clean about it. You can do it pretty quickly. And then switch back over to the brush. You can do a bigger brush and do nice big strokes. And that's going to do it a little bit quicker for you than if you're trying to do a small brush and be really, really careful. So now you see that we don't have that big glare spot that we had before. Go back to the lasso to deselect, and I'm going to turn that top layer off and on for you. You can see that's before with the glare, and this is removing the glare. Now if you find this to be a little bit dark, because it is a little bit darker than the original, you can always do an adjustment for that layer. I love adjusting with the levels. Press Option and you'll see this little arrow pop up. That means when you click on it that these adjustments are only going to apply to this layer immediately below it. And that's what we want because we don't want to change your base photo at all. We want to just change the photo that has the non-glare artwork on it. So now we can do our changes and kind of brighten that up a little bit. Darken those blacks. And that's going to feel a little bit more natural, a little bit more like what it's supposed to be. And that's it. You just took the glare off of artwork using a mask layer. I hope that was really helpful. I hope you'll join me next time, and till then, have a great one.